Hello, welcome to Papa Nick's Music. I am, as always, your host, Papa Nick Lewis, and today we're talking about the boss, Bruce Springsteen. As if you needed to know who the boss was. I got to be honest right up front. I'm not a huge Springsteen fan. I like him, don't get me wrong. I've got several of his albums. But I'm not such a big fan that I feel compelled to have the complete collection. There are some of his albums that I've owned in the past that I've recycled right back out. I like a lot of his stuff, but I'm not, dipped by my heels in the river Styx in, Bruce Springsteeniana, if I can say that. So I'm not going to do the full album ranking or anything like that. I don't have time for that kind of exercise. So what we're going to do today is we are going to rank Bruce Springsteen's top 40 charting singles. We're using the Billboard Top 100, the Hot 100. Ooh. And I'm limiting myself to singles that he released, obviously, that cracked the top 40. I'm getting all my chart information from Wikipedia, so grain of salt there. And when we're looking at his top 40 charting singles, that means we're looking at 18 songs. So, okay, that's a manageable ranking thing, and I really like a goodly chunk of this, so it'll be fun and it'll be entertaining, and there we go. So, before we get into the ranking, of course, we have to do the subjectivity notice. Here at Papa Nick's Music, we firmly believe that there is no such thing as objectively good or objectively bad art. There is only art that we like and art that we do not. And as long as we keep that in mind, this is a wonderful conversation. It's entertaining, it's informative, it's everything happy and good. It goes off the rails real quick as soon as somebody in the conversation starts thinking in terms of right and wrong. So let's not go there. I'm not making objective claims here. I don't think they can be made, so obviously I'm not making them. I'm telling you, this is how I see these 18 songs. Okay? Cool. Coming in at number 18. A very quick note here. I just remembered. When I rank albums, I've talked about this in album ranking videos. When I rank albums, one of the first things I do after I, refresh my memory what the catalog is like, the first step for me in the ranking system is to assign letter grades. I give a C to anything that is competent but doesn't grab me. A B or a D is a strong impression, either positively or negatively. An A or an F is a really strong impression, either positively or negatively. And I've got 3 C songs here. Everything else, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Bs. Everything else is A's. So the bulk of this stuff I really like. Okay? So if I seem to be crapping on some of these as I go, just remember, I really like most of this stuff. But I've got 3 songs to start with here that I'm just not that big a fan of. I don't think they're bad. I'm not saying they are like D's or worse. I'm not saying stay away from them. They aren't to my taste. Coming in at number 18, released in 1997 from the Jerry Maguire soundtrack, it's Secret Garden. And my note is literally reading from my spreadsheet. I missed this the first time around, didn't miss much. Yawn. This is one of, I think, 4 songs that I had to listen to either because I didn't recognize it from the title or I couldn't remember how it went just looking at the title. And like I said, I missed it the first time around, and I listened to it a couple of times getting ready for this video, and I doubt that I will ever listen to it again. Not a bad song, it's just boring and And I could say almost exactly the same thing for my number 17 song, which is also from a soundtrack. This one from 1994, the Philadelphia soundtrack. It is The Streets of Philadelphia. My note, literally. I missed this the first time. I copied and pasted the note. I was aware of this one when it came out the first time, and I didn't think much of it then, and I don't think much of it now. I think both Secret Garden and Streets of Philadelphia have essentially the same problem. They are songs that really fit well in a movie context, because if we have some sort of visual imagery to go with it, that will inform the music with some level of emotion that I'm not getting from the music itself. I think both songs are boring. I think actually they sound very similar. I think you could probably make a mashup of these two songs and it would work. So, 18 and 17, Secret Garden, Streets of Philadelphia, not big fan of. My third C song is my coming in at number 16 song, and that is from 1980's The River, Fade Away. Now, I'm not saying Fade Away is a bad song. It's just, I've got a complicated relationship with the organ, as Sigmund Freud once said. I like that joke. A little organ in a song goes a long way for me. I mean, there are some songs that, the organ just fits it. And here I'm thinking like Procol Harum, Whiter Shade of Pale. I mean, that's, I can't imagine that song without that iconic organ part. So I'm not saying the organ itself drives me away, but it is, the organ and the saxophone both are instruments that in the wrong hands will send me, sprinting to the exit and Fade Away. That organ is in the wrong hands. I have a hard time getting past, say, the first, 10, 15 seconds of this song before I'm instinctively pressing the skip button. It's not a bad song. It is not for me. So those are my C songs. Okay, we got that out of the way. Everything else, from here on out, I like this stuff. I'm recommending or very strongly recommending this stuff. Okay, so coming in at number 15 from 1986 from his super big mega live 1975 to 85, because I have to read that every time, from his super big live album. It's War. Good God, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Now, I want to like this song more than I do because I like the original, and talk about a song that has a footprint in American popular culture. Oh, man, this is one of them. So I want to give it credit. Its heart is in the right place. But Preachy Bruce is not. When he starts, I think I would really like. I've never seen Springsteen in concert, and I think I would really enjoy a Springsteen concert if it weren't for the sermons that he that he gives from time to time. Because it's like, dude, shut up, play the song. And this live version of War has got a sermon at the front of it that just drives me up the tree. Once we get past that, it's a serviceable version of the song. It doesn't improve on the original, I don't think, so I'm not going to give it super high marks, but it's not bad. So here it is, number 15. At number 14, we have the first of 7, Jesus Christ, 7 top 40 singles that he released off of his monster album from 1984, Born in the USA. And the lowest of the low-hanging fruit off of that album, as far as I am concerned, is Glory Days. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's not anywhere near the best song on that album. Not anywhere near the best out of the 7 songs that cracked the top 40. Jesus. My note, in 1984-85, they could have released The Empty Groove between 2 tracks from this album, and it would have charted. So the fact that it made it all the way up to number 5 on the charts, to my mind, doesn't mean that it's a particularly good song. It's just we, for whatever reason, had a really strong appetite for Bruce Springsteen during that time period. Glory Days, not a bad song, not a great song. It's a good solid B. Comes in at number 14. Number 13. Okay, everything I just said applies to the song released off of Born in the USA, made it all the way up to number 6, and that is My Hometown. I like this one better than Glory Days, obviously. I've got it a notch higher. And the main problem I have with it is really, if I'm being honest, me being horribly unfair. Because it's not Bruce's fault that there are so many other My Hometown songs that I've heard that I like better, that I think are better songs. Just off the top of my head, Paul Simon's My Little Town is A much better song. Joe Jackson's Hometown. Oh my, Head and Shoulders better, right? So I've heard other artists plowing this field and plowing it better. So My Hometown suffers in comparison to that. It's not Bruce's fault. It's not the song's fault. But that's why it's at number 13. Coming in at number 12, from 1992's Human Touch album, we have the title track, Human Touch. Now, the song itself, I think, is a little on the bland side, but I really like the way it sounds. I like the guitar sounds. I like listening to this song. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Put me in a corner and make me hum it to you. I don't think I could do that. It's not a song that sticks in my mind. But I like the way it sounds, and I like listening to it. And as I was listening to all these songs getting ready to do this, my enjoyment level listening to Human Touch was greater than all of the other songs I've already talked about. So, number 12, Human Touch. Number 11. Okay, we're going back to early Bruce here. Relatively early Bruce. 1978, From Darkness on the Edge of Town. We've got Prove It All Night. It's got that good early Bruce Springsteen sound, that, the chimey, clangy, keyboardy sound, the saxophone, all of that stuff that I associate with, his first, handful of albums in the 70s. I was aware of this song when it was out. Wasn't a particularly big fan of this song when it was out. I'm aware of it now. It's decent. It's not great. It gets a notch above Human Touch. I think I enjoy listening to Human Touch more. I enjoy the music of Human Touch more. But Prove It All Night, I think, is probably a better song, because I at least remember it in a way that I can't remember Human Touch. So, number 11, Prove It All Night. Coming in at number 10, hey, we're back to Born in the USA. We can't swing a dead cat on this list without getting Born in the USA. And we've got, it got all the way up to number 9. I'm giving it a good solid A-, and that is I'm Going Down. Going down, down, down. I'm going down. I'm going down. It's better than Glory Days in My Hometown. So, here it is. I'm not going to change my life over it. Here it is at number 10. At number 9, still on Born in the USA. This one made it all the way up to number 7. Ooh. And that's Cover Me. Everything I just said about I'm Going Down, yeah. Cover Me. Same thing. It's slightly better than I'm Going Down, so yeah, it goes here. Gets a good solid A-. Now, from here on out, we are in A territory. I really like these songs from this point forward. Coming in at number 8, from the, I think, much maligned album Tunnel of Love from 1987, a song that made it all the way up to number 13. Ooh, all the way up to number 13. That is One Step Up. One of the things that Springsteen does that I like is he writes these gritty, oh, my life sucks, but I can either give up or I can find a way to just pull up my big boy pants and keep slogging through. And, it's going to be a coin flip whether it's I'm giving up or I'm slogging through. But this is territory. He mines a lot of ore out of this particular shaft. And One Step Up is one of his better songs in that vein. How much can I torture a metaphor? But One Step Up and Two Steps Back, I love it. I love that song. Number 8, One Step Up. Number 7. Okay. Several weeks ago, I did a couple of videos about Van Halen. I ranked their albums, and I did my top 10 Van Halen songs. And when I was talking about the Van Halen songs, I was talking about Jump. Jump was a song that when it was out originally, it was okay. But sometime in the recent past, I heard a cover rearrangement of the song Jump, if it were recorded for millennials or something. Go back and check that video. I actually have a real reference to it. But what that guy did was he slowed it down. He moved it from keyboards to acoustic guitar, and as soon as he did that, I could see how well constructed the song was. I could see how good the lyric was. Right, it was in its original iteration. I thought it was an okay song. I enjoyed the song, but I didn't think it was a particularly good one. But that arrangement made me see that it was actually a much better song than I gave it credit for being. I go through this digression here because exact same comment applies to my number 7. This was a super big hit. Got all the way up to number 2. I think it is the highest one. Let me check. Yes, it is the highest charting song on this list. When you think of Bruce Springsteen's top 40 hits, the first song you're likely to think of from Born in the USA is Dancing in the Dark. And I liked Dancing in the Dark when it was, fresh, when it was new. I thought it was a good song. I thought it was a boppy song. I thought it was an entertaining song. But I didn't necessarily think it was a good song. I didn't think of it as being a particularly well-crafted song. But applying that same, jumpification to it, slowing it down, moving it over to an acoustic guitar, really lets the lyrics come out. It really allows the song to breathe in a way that it didn't breathe in its original version. And I now appreciate how good the song really is. It is now part of my regular set list, and I really like number 7's Dancing in the Dark. Number 6, we're back to that much maligned, I think, album from 1987, Tunnel of Love. I really like Tunnel of Love. It may be my favorite Bruce Springsteen album. Anyway, we've got the title track. Made it all the way up to number 9. Fat man sitting on a little stool takes money from my hands as his eyes take a walk all over you. Oh my God, that is poetry. This is one of his better lyrics. Right up there with Thunder Road. I love the lyric to Tunnel of Love. Brilliant song. Number 6, Tunnel of Love. Number 5. Okay, let's go back to Born in the USA. It's been a while since we've talked about Born in the USA. It's been all of 30 seconds since we've talked about Born in the USA. It peaked at number 9, and my number 5 song is the title track, Born in the USA. I think this is a brilliant song in terms of what Springsteen was able to accomplish by repeating Born in the USA, and by having it, giving it that anthemic sound, and it's proud, and he actually convinced people that this was a pro-America song, when in fact it's a massive indictment against the American military-industrial complex and the American class system. The fact that Reagan actually tried to use this at his rallies when he was running for re-election in 1984, before Springsteen told him knock it off, just speaks volumes. The way you can take the music of a song can be the Trojan horse that gets the content through. I love it. It's a wonderful bit of social satire. Love Born in the USA. By the way, from here on out, we are in good solid A+ territory. These are all very, very strongly recommended songs. Coming in at number 4. Okay, so when this first came out, I was still largely unaware of Bruce Springsteen. He had released a couple of songs, and I had heard those songs, so I kind of knew who he was, but I didn't really. I wasn't a fan. I had never listened to one of his albums. I was just familiar with the few radio singles he had had. And I did not know that this was Springsteen when it first came out, because it was sped up to raise the pitch of the song a little bit. Yes, we are talking about From the River in 1980, Hungry Heart. I liked the song when it came out. I it's a listenable melody. It's got a nice sound to it. It was okay. I didn't know it was Bruce Springsteen because it didn't sound like Bruce Springsteen because they sped it up to raise the tempo of it, or to raise the pitch of it. And so the only negative thing I can say about Hungry Heart is that speeding up thing. If we slow it back down to get the pitch back down to where Bruce actually sounds like himself, if we're also reducing the tempo a little bit to make it a little bit slower, to make it a little bit more thoughtful, I think it's a much better song. It's like Dancing in the Dark, right? We give it the jump treatment. We slow it down a little bit. We shift it over to acoustic guitar, and I think it's fantastic. I think it's actually a well-written song, a well-crafted song. The recording does not do it justice. But it's still good enough. I've got it here at number 4. Okay, at number 3. This is the point where I'm expecting to get angry letters and burning bags of dog poop left on my front door step, because this is sacrilege. This is blasphemy. What I'm about to do here, and I know that. Keep in mind, I'm not making an objective statement here. I'm saying this is how I rank them. This is how I see them. This is how they appeal to me. So at number 3, I have, from 1975's Born to Run, the title track, Born to Run. At number 3, yes, I have it at number 3. It is a modern classic. It is, it's required reading. If we're going to make our college anthology textbook of, classic pop rock songs that define American culture, Born to Run is going to be in that book. I'm not disputing the fact that it is a classic. And I'm not even saying it's a bad song. I've got it at number 3, for Christ's sake. So it's not like I'm shitting on it. It's a good song, and I'm giving it respect. I just don't think it's his best song. I think it's a fantastic song. I think it's a good marriage of the driving tempo with the borderline panic of the lyrics, the paranoiac, the claustrophobic. We have got to get out of here. We have got to get out of here. I love it. I love Born to Run. I think it's the second best song on that album. Best song on that album is Thunder Road. If you don't like that, but we can't include Thunder Road on this ranking because it was not a top 40 single. But number 3, Born to Run. Okay, number 2, we're back to Born in the USA. I don't know that the pushback I'm going to get for putting Born to Run at number 3 is because I've got it at number 3. I think the pushback I'm going to get is because of what I have at number 2 and number 1 ahead of Born to Run. Because at number 2, I've got my favorite song off of Born in the USA. I think the best single off of Born in the USA. Obviously, it's my favorite song on the album, and that is I'm on Fire. Oh my God, do I love this song. The songwriting is good. I mean, the chords are nice. I love those nice minor chords. The lyric is good. The sound of it is haunting. I mean, I can see the bleak autumnal landscape just past twilight. It's just barely enough light that I can see, and I've got the trees that are barren of leaves. I mean, this song is evocative. I love I'm on Fire. I think it is a triumph, not just of songwriting, but also of production. I love I'm on Fire. Number 2. But as much as I love I'm on Fire, I love my number 1 song even more. And that is from Tunnel of Love from 1987. I told you I really like that album, and one of the reasons I really like that album is it is the album that has Brilliant Disguise. Oh my God, Brilliant Disguise, I think that's a master class in songwriting. The only song off of any of the other albums of Bruce's that I've heard that I would put in competition with with Brilliant Disguise to be my favorite Bruce song of all is Thunder Road. Thunder Road and Brilliant Disguise are, oh my God, these things are. If you want to learn songwriting, if you want to develop your songwriting skill, Brilliant Disguise. Look at that song. Take it apart. Look at how it was built. Oh my God, I love this song. The chord progression is great. The melody is great. That nice little da 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 da. That little figure that he repeats all the way through it. I love that. The production is good. The lyric is fantastic. Everything. It is hitting on all cylinders. I love Brilliant Disguise. One of the 2 best songs he ever wrote. And among his top 40 charting singles, I think his best. And that's how I would rank Bruce Springsteen's top 40 charting singles. What do you think? Where did I get it right? Where did I get it wrong? How big of a flaming bag of dog poop do you want to put on my step for just shitting all over Born to Run? Drop that comment down below. I always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you'd click the like button. It would please me. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the subscribe button if you have not already done so. It costs you nothing and it means the world to me, so I appreciate it very much. If you do click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. The YouTube folks like that, so on their behalf, I thank you. Again, thanks for sticking it out with me today. I had fun, and I hope that the rest of your day is gratifying. See you soon.